All right, we're back with video number 2. In the other one, we were finding terms. Here, we're going to be finding sums. So here, this first problem is asking us for the 16th partial sum. So what we're going to do here is we're going to figure out what information we've got. Well, here, we've got A1 is 7. We also got A2 and A3 here, but this is the piece of information we need. A1 is 7. The 16th partial sum means we're looking for S16. And do we have anything else? Yeah, we got one other thing. We can figure out what D is by looking at how much it's going down. And here, as you guys can see, it's going down by 1 every single term. Minus 1, minus 1. The next term would be 4, would be going down by 1 again. So D is -1 since we're subtracting 1 every single time. So then we take a look at these two equations up here, because we got two that have to do with sums, and we look at which one we could do. Well, here, this one includes D, and since we have D here, that's what we want to do. So we got S16, because n is going to be 16 here, equals 16 over 2, and we're going to plug in everything here. 2 times A1, which we said was 7, plus n minus 1, well, n is 16, so just like before, n minus 1 will be 15, times D, which is -1. So you could enter this out on a calculator. I'm going to simplify it so we can make it look a little bit nicer. And if we work this out, it's just 8 times -1, so you should end up with -8 as your answer. So that's the first one. That would be the sum of the first 16 terms of this right here. So down here, we've also got a sum, but this is a little different because this tells us we're going to use this equation and we're going to start at 9 and go up to 24. So we did one like this in class. And what we do is we say, hey, I want the first 24 terms, right? I want a lot of that. So that's S24. But S24 has all of the first 24 terms. But we don't want the first 8. We want to start at 9. So we take the first 24 terms and we subtract the sum of the first 8 terms. That way, since they're included here, we're going to get rid of them when we subtract S8. So we need to figure out what both of these things are. So to do that, I'm going to figure out some pieces of information with this equation I've got. Well, I've got A1. That's going to be 3 times 1 plus 10, because we just plug 1 into this equation over here. So A1's 13. A8, well, we plug 8 into that equation. We get 34. And then A24, we plug 24 in that equation. And we get 82. So we've got that stuff to work with. And with this, we're going to be able to figure out what S4 and S8 are. Okay, so let's do that. So first, S24, well, we've got our two equations up here still that we can use. And this time, we can use this one. We're going to use n over 2 times A1 plus AN. So I'm going to write this one out with n as 24. We have 24 over 2 times A1 plus AN, and n is here is 24. Because now we've got A1 and A24. So we've got all the information we need here. So this is then just 12, because it's 24 divided by 2, times 13 for A1, 82 for A24. So this is then 12 times 95, which is 1,140. Okay, so we've got S24, but we still need S8. So S8 is going to be working out the same way. Instead of using 24 here, we're going to use 8 here. 8 over 2, and the same thing with our AN. It's going to be A8 instead of A24. And then we plug in our information. We get 4 times, well, A1's 13. A8 is 34. And we get 4 times 47, 1 second, equals 188. To finish it off, now that we've got both of these things, we got to do S24 minus S8 up here. So we got 1140 minus 188 We work that out and we get 900 and I believe 52. I don't have a calculator on me. But we subtract these two numbers to get this answer. I'm pretty sure it's 952. So that's how we solve that one. We got one more that's going to be in another video.